Yeah, just really good to get a sweep over a good club. Um, we didn't put together a whole lot today offensively, but what we did do is we had three sacrifice flies when we got runners on third base with less than two outs. We got the ball to the outfield. And that's what we coach them to do. Try to doesn't always work out, but that's what we want: elevation, get the ball out there, stay out of the double play. And then obviously we got the big 3-run homer from Jacob Nesbitt that really gave us a good cushion there. Wind blowing in from right field pretty hard today. Probably cost us a 3-run homer. I felt the ball that uh, Jalen Battles hit would have definitely gone out of the park a long way out on a normal day, and it got held up. But those are the elements that you deal with. Sometimes it helps you, sometimes it hurts you. But we played solid defense. We threw enough strikes, got into a couple of jams, and obviously we got out of them. I thought Cops, came in and did a super job there. But we had the game in hand. But when you walk two guys to start this, that inning there, I think it was the eighth. We had the heart of their order coming up, and it could have got away from us pretty quick. So had Kevin ready to go, and he came in and did a fantastic job. And just happy the way we played pretty much all weekend.
Matt, questions?
You only had the 5 hits, but you got 11 guys on base, either by walk or hit by pitch. Did you like the approach at the plate by the team today?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't go out of the zone too much, and we had a lot of deep counts. And some guys, obviously struck out or took backwards Ks, but we also took some walks, and we did what we needed to do. And it was one of those days that I even told them before the game, with the way the wind was blowing in hard, totally different from the first 2 days, that we were probably going to have to manufacture some things, try to hit and run or bunt, do whatever. And really the only place the ball was probably going to go out of the park, unless you just crushed it to right field, was going to be down the left field line or maybe dead left if you sliced it. But, we weren't looking to beat anybody with a home run today. We were just going to try to find a way to outscore them by moving people around and driving them in. And like you said, we got on base. And when we did, we scored just enough runs.
Hutch, shoot if you can.
I think I'm good. Dave, you've had to come back quite a bit this season. Was it nice to kind of have a game where you kind of put them away a little bit early and were able to cruise to a nice, easy win?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it a nice, easy win because they are pretty physical, and we didn't feel like they shut it down at all. It was nice to have a lead and be able to coach the game where we were looking for some matchups, or if the talk between the coaches in the dugouts were different scenarios. Okay, next inning, if this happens, we need to have this guy hot, the left-hander hot, whatever the case may be. We got to talk about the game instead of trying to figure out how to come back. So it was a little bit different feel than it's been maybe a couple of times this week.
And then Nesbitt's kind of struggled this year and hadn't started since opening weekend. How good was it to see him get that home run today?
Well, that was big. The teammates were really excited for him. Obviously, at the time, I think we had a 3-run lead and 2 on, and maybe, I don't know, 1 out. I don't remember exactly, but they brought in one of their better right-handers to get the right-hander out, and he left one up and in, and he turned on it. And obviously, he's not known for hitting home runs, but he's gotten a lot of big clutch hits for us over the last 2+ seasons. So that was another one that, like you said, that gave us a chance to go up, I think 4-0 at the time, and really gave us a nice cushion.
Bob?
Yeah, Dave, how'd you feel like Lockhart pitched? It looks like him and Peyton have established themselves pretty well, but maybe trying to find that third starter for the SEC still up in the air. How'd you feel about Lockhart, and then what do you think about your number 3 spot in the rotation? I
think Lyle did a good job. He had a couple innings where he cruised there pretty fast, but he also had a couple that he had to fight a little bit, and he made a couple of mistakes on some pitches when he had the count, gave up some hits that probably shouldn't have happened, or if they were going to happen, they needed to happen later in the count after maybe he threw a chase pitch or two. And he knows what he did, but what he did was work out of it. He did a tremendous job again, working out of a couple of small jams, and the 5th inning was getting a little bit dicey there, and he got a strikeout that got us in the dugout, and kind of finished up his day. You know, I think he would tell you that he threw too many pitches. You know, we had a couple innings. We got 2 quick outs. Next thing you know, they got the number 3 and 4 and 5 hitter in the inning up, and his pitch count got up there, and he just didn't finish those innings off. Where if he could have done that, you know, we know he could have gone into the 6th and maybe the 7th inning, and that would have been really good to see. But I do like what I've seen from him. He throws enough strikes, he competes, and yeah, he'll get another start next weekend.
And then as far as maybe trying to figure out that third starter for the SEC.
Yeah, we'll figure out who we're going to start against Louisiana Tech, and that's going to be a tough series on the road, and you know, I think it'll be a big challenge for us. But we've got to you know, obviously get that rotation squared away by the end of next week and a week from today, and get ready for Alabama here to open up league play.
Tom.
What's Nesbitt's demeanor been like the last couple of weeks when he's kind of been a regular and then he wasn't a regular for a while? And then what'd you see from him today coming back to the dugout?
Yeah, he was, you know, really, he had a good demeanor, even in Texas when we pulled him. And I think it might have been game 3 down there. He didn't start, and attitude was great then. And I even commented about it after the game. I think I might have pulled him maybe in the middle of game 2. I don't remember exactly back in Texas, but you know, then he didn't start all week last week, and he just comes and does his work. You know, we try to motivate these guys and tell them, hey, their day's coming, their time's coming. And, you know, he got his opportunity today, and obviously he got a big hit. And you can tell, I mean, the team really likes Jacob. He's a great kid and been a big part of our program the last 3 years. So, you know, they were all happy for him, excited to see that ball get out of the park, and good way to get your first hit of the year.
If I look this up right, Dave, I think this is your first 10-0 start since your first season. So how's that feel?
It feels great because of the competition we've played. We've been on the road. It's not like we just sat here and played a bunch of mid-majors and got after them. We had to fight for wins, and this 10, you know, you win 10 in a row, you don't expect to do that. You know, you look at what's going on around the country. Mid-majors are beating the big schools all the time, so to speak. So, you know, to beat who we've beaten, you know, real proud of the guys. Told them that for showing up every day and getting after it. And, you know, we're still dealing with guys that are young, you know, and they're human, and they could mentally think, oh, we got this or whatever. And there's been enough around each other to pick each other up. And I think they've done a really good job. And, you know, I'm happy to be 10-0. I mean, I truly believe this year with the schedule that we have, where we play our conference games and on the road, we need to get all the wins we can get, because there's not going to be any easy game where we're just going to go, okay, yeah, there's a win or two. You know, we're going to have to earn them.
And just maybe a quick thought, Zach Gregory had reached base in 8 consecutive at-bats, a bunch of walks, but they hit by pitch home run before he got out there. So your thought on that? Yeah,
tremendous job. You know, started with, gosh, I don't know, might have brought him in the other day and then just continued through today. I think he had 3 walks hit by a pitch, and, you know, just been a tough out at you know, the back of the order there, almost like second leadoff guy. And, you know, if he keeps doing that, he's going to stay in the lineup. And it doesn't matter if you hit a single or a double, you get on base, let the guys behind you go to work. And that's what he's done. So just happy for him, waiting his turn. And when he got it, he's done a good job.
We'll come back around again. Matt, last questions.
What do you think of the performance by Dylan Leach today? Played all 9 innings for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's as a matter of fact, I talked about that in front of the team. I thought he did a tremendous job behind the plate. He did a good job his last time out, but today was really good. And, you know, when you don't notice him too much, I thought he got some borderline pitches. He did a nice job of making them look better than they were, and we got the call. I just thought he did a tremendous job back there, catching, blocking, throwing. And, you know, that should be some momentum he should build off of when he gets that next opportunity.
And then Kevin Kopps, when he pitched for you against Texas Tech, I don't think he pitched real well that night, but I think he's pitched 3 times since then. And I don't know that teams have done anything to him. What have you thought about how he's bounced back from that performance and how he's pitching right now?
Well, ever since that performance, he's pretty much thrown nothing but strikes. And, you know, when Kevin gets ahead of you, he can put you away because, you know, he's got a couple of pitches that look real good and they just kind of disappear. And, you know, you can watch the video board after a pitch and they show it, you just see how that ball sinks and dives and cuts. And, you know, very deceptive, but he's done, I mean, a fantastic job throwing the ball over the plate, making other teams swing the bat.
And one more, you know, I know the attendance is lower here this year, but there were moments throughout the weekend where it still got real loud. I wonder what you thought about, you know, just kind of what the atmosphere has been like within the ballpark in these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, at times it's felt a little more normal. You know, I think the fans are, well, first off, we appreciate them coming out. I mean, anytime it's early and it's still basketball season and our basketball teams are both doing great, there's so much interest there. When basketball, you know, finishes up, if we're doing pretty good, they'll come out. But it did feel a little more normal. I think what really started last Saturday and then a couple of times this weekend. And you know, there's rumor out there that we're going to get some more fans in the future. So that's exciting to hear.
Hutch, anything else?
Yeah, Dave, your pitching staff had another 11 strikeouts today. They had 18 the other night. They seem to have a lot of double-digit strikeout performances this year. Is that something you expected from this pitching staff, to be a high strikeout staff?
You know, I think so. You know, I think, you know, we have a lot of different style arms that we can run at you. You know, today we lefty that's throwing anywhere from 89 to 92, 93 with a couple other good pitches. And then we can bring a right-hander in that goes super hard, or someone's got a plus downer like Cops. And, you know, it just keeps teams off balance. We can do that all weekend at you. So, you know, it doesn't surprise me that we're getting, you know, maybe averaging 10 strikeouts a game somewhere in there early this season.
Bob, one more from you.
I'm actually good. Thanks.
Tom, last thing, finish this off.
I'm actually all done. Dave, thank you so much.
That makes it easy.
Oh, I can't believe it, Bob. Thanks, Bob. I think it's the first time in 19 years that's ever happened.
Just Dave, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling better now. I'm gonna go home and relax.
Okay, good deal.
Thanks, Coach.
Good to see you guys.